Good morning, John here with Dallas Drainage Pros. So today's project is all about erosion control. This is a yard that has a tremendous amount of slope to it, and in order to mitigate that, we're going to be doing a retaining wall and drainage system. So it's pretty involved. We're using builder stone. It's going to look really nice. I'm just going to walk you through the project and show you how it's done. So as you can see, this is quite the slope, and in order to mitigate that, we're going to need to build a pretty serious retaining wall. You can see they've already got one going on over here for the neighbors, but this was never done for this property, so we're coming in and building something similar. Right now we're just working on digging out the footer. This is going to be a solid concrete base with rebar, and then we're going to build on top of that with builder stone, which looks something like this. Coming along nicely. Kind of a tight space for a large skid steer like that. But he's doing it perfectly. So what we are doing here is getting the system set up to have two parts to a drainage system behind this retaining wall. So we've got one, this one over here is for the French drain. What a lot of retaining walls lack is a really good quality French drain. And so we're gonna build that directly behind and at the base of the footer so you can see how low it is. This main line is below the footer, and our French drain is gonna drain into there as well. This second pipe right here is for catch basins that we're going to install along the back of the wall. That's something that's oftentimes missed on retaining walls as well, is to have proper drainage so that water doesn't pool up right here behind it or wash out the dirt behind it, which can be a problem as well. So the key to a good retaining wall is even better drainage. Concrete going in this morning. We're just doing a form up of the area. It doesn't need to be pretty, it's going to be underground, but this just gets us our approximate measurements. Our footer is going to be about 18 inches wide and 12 inches deep, so pretty serious with this number 4 rebar. Key to one of the keys to a long-lasting retaining wall is a really strong footer. That with the extra things we're doing with the drainage is going to really ensure the quality of this wall. Right now, just putting in the concrete footer. Everybody chipping in right here. Sending that concrete a couple hundred feet. Right where we need it. Beautifully done. Got our concrete in place. About ready to start setting blocks. Do that first row while it's still wet. We'll have vertical rebar tying everything together very tightly. All right, so the footer is in place, and we are just putting down our first layer of cinder blocks with the vertical rebars. Once this part's done, it's really just building blocks from that point. Guys are moving really fast, working really hard this morning. Getting all this in before lunch. Looking good. serious teamwork here. Well, we've got the makings of a retaining wall going up. Got the rough-ins for our drainage. Already working on that second tier of blocks. Looking really good. Just about finished with the cinder block. Putting down that third and final row. Then we can get to putting the French drain and start doing the fun part of putting the good looking rock. Got most of the French drain installed over on this side. And remember, this is all draining to a 6-inch main line that goes underneath the footer. Now that's key because our French drain is going to be much lower than a traditional French drain system that's typically installed behind a retaining wall. Typically you see weep holes that come out above ground level, but the problem with that is that you really want drainage to be down below, lower towards the bottom of the footer. So this system allows us to do that, pulling water out from not just behind, but down below grade. That is a good looking French drain right there. This is what's going to allow the wall to last a really long time. Proper drainage is the key to long lasting structures. Putting the wall together. Got the stones going in. Got a really good mix on the mortar there so that it matches the stone color. Just a really heavy puzzle. We're washing the stones off so that any debris or dust on there is removed, and that'll help it to adhere to the mortar a whole lot better. Details. Beautiful. Just about finished with this first level here. Just coming back and putting the top cap. Precision, patience, and a lot of hard work. That's awesome. The first wall is done. That looks great. Closing in. Well, there you go. The wall is completed, graded, all the drainage in place. Right now we got concrete guys working behind us, finishing this driveway. But yeah, this wall came out really well. Super happy. Just a good effort on the part of the crew. Good stuff.